Welcome to my channel. I'm Eve. This is where I turn data into wisdom so you can use it. I got 2 points today. When the grace runs out and signs and wonders. When the grace runs out and signs and wonders. Story time. I had a meeting with my case manager today, and in the meeting had to do a UA, and while I was doing was it before? No, I think, yeah, I was waiting to do the UA, and and it came up. She pulled up some write-ups on me, probably like about 6 write-ups, and one of the write-ups was for my son wearing a do-rag, and another write-up was for me not wearing my badge, my name tag on my chest. I wear it in my pocket. A lot of people put it in their purse and in their backpack. We don't just walk around with, who we are. A lot of people are not proud to be here. So that one right there, the one about the name badge, like who's hating? Because that's not even in the rule book that's not even in the rule book that you must wear. Let me slow down. Your badge on your chest. So somebody really had to go all the way out their way, because that's not even in the rule book that you got to wear your badge on your chest. So then my mind began to look through all of the staff, or the staff that have a nicety attitude, a nicety way of speaking. Nicety is nice and nasty. So, but I was like, I can't do that, because 1, I don't know who it is. 2, even if I did know who it is, I'm not allowed. My daddy don't allow me to treat people with an attitude, and the God in me don't allow me to sit with an attitude, any art inside of me. I'm just automatically finna meditate that thing away. So I'm like, but at this time I'm in this meeting. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to get this out. I gotta get this out. So once that happened, and the frustration was on my, it was in my energy. Then the case manager started having problems with the computer. She studied the computer and played with the computer to see what was wrong for quite some time. What happened was she had my ID pulled up, and it was a huge old, monitor. So my face was on the monitor. So she, tried to get it off. She couldn't get it off. And she had to go get one of the other people that worked there, some other staff. Staff tried. And finally she did something. It was many minutes. She did, and my meeting is over now, because I took this drug test, and that's really it. And so the other lady, that the other staff came in, and she, after minutes and minutes, she got it to turn off and turn back on, because it wouldn't even turn off and turn back on. So after that, there was a sign in. When your computer first boots up, you got to sign in. They didn't have the sign in, the password and the sign in information. They were asking people. They called many people, but 6 people answered. Nobody knew how to do whatever it was they had done, how to undo it. And they called many that didn't even answer the phone. So they began just asking people that walk by, do you know how to do? Nope. Ask security. Nope. So I'm like, I'm just sitting there. And so after quite some while, my case manager just decides, okay, we're just gonna write this meeting up and give you your you passed the drug test, so we're gonna write this. I say, do you mind if I take a picture of that? She was like, yeah, nobody's gonna see it. I say, yeah, but something going on. Like, why would somebody write me up because they can't see me? You could ask me to see my badge if you want to see my badge, because I got my badge. But that's not what happened. Somebody getting petty. I know what's going on. I know spiritual laws. So we'll talk about the spiritual laws when we talk about signs and wonders. So after we wrote it up and I took a picture, then I say, all this happening because God is not pleased with the fact that, somebody writing me up for something that everybody else do. She said, you're right. Everybody should have to wear their badge out. I say, no, I got to wear my badge. Don't worry. I ain't even tripping. I have to wear mine. And I understand. I understand why. I understand what's going on. So when we leave, computer's still stuck and nobody can get in it. Then as we leaving, the alarm to the door, because if you go through the door without a badge, the alarm will go off. Well, nobody went through the door, and the alarm just started going off crazy. And she was like, what's going on with this thing? I say, he not my daddy, not please. I say, and I told her, here come the signs and wonders. I say, signs and wonders shall follow them that believe. And the signs and wonders ain't always beautiful to appease the eyes of onlookers. Mm-hmm. He not happy. And I say, now, he won't just wreck shop on y'all. He'll wreck shop on me too. So that's why I got to get my attitude in control before my son get here. You know what I'm saying? I got to go meditate. But he not happy about that. And so that's the signs and wonders. They not always beautiful signs and wonders. Somebody ain't always getting healed. Sometimes he popping somebody's hand. Leave my daughter alone. Leave my child alone. Touch not mine anointed. So for the grace, what I understood was that spiritual laws is always in effect. When all these little petty write-ups started getting, in my system about me for people to see, then that means it's time. The grace is wearing off for me to be in this place, in this facility. Okay, I was taking my time trying to be perfect about what the jobs that I went for and all the just jump in the pool. Basically, just jump in the pool. Hold on, just jump in the pool is what it's saying. The grace is wearing off. So I understood that spiritual law from all of that. From if that hadn't happened, then I wouldn't have understood. I would have known that I was ready to go, but I wouldn't have understood the fact that it's time for you to go. So I thank God for the spiritual realm and the laws and the principles and the natural. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. My 2 points again was signs and wonders and when the grace wears off. That's data. I just tied it into wisdom for you. This is Evelyn, or better known as Eve. This is where I turn data into wisdom so you can use it. Use what I just told you and apply it to your everyday life, because it's happening somewhere. I'm out.